Először is Donald Trump és Vladimir Putin.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to say the following about the Budapest Peace Summit between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. When the war broke out 3.5 years ago, we told them, that Hungary was ready to do its utmost, to provide all the help it could to bring peace back to Ukraine. I said this to both our Russian and Ukrainian partners at the time, and we have maintained this position for 3.5 years. 3.5 years. We are for peace. We want peace. 3.5 years ago, it became clear that there would be no solution to this war on the battlefield. It has become clear that this war will only end if an agreement is reached at the negotiating table. That's why we consider any news that the US and Russian presidents are in talks as fantastic news. It is a clear historical experience that there is always a chance for peace if the world's great powers can maintain civilized cooperation with each other. The past 3.5 years have also shown that Russian-American cooperation can ensure the return of peace to Central Europe. That's why we have not given in to the pressure over the last 3.5 years to stop cooperating, to stop engaging with Russia. We were not willing to isolate ourselves. We have kept the diplomatic channels open for 3.5 years, and we have kept the possibility of dialogue open. And it is now proven that we are the only ones in Europe. The Hungarian Prime Minister has good relations with the US President, and he can also maintain civilized cooperation with the Russian President and the Chinese President. Late yesterday evening, I spoke to the US Deputy Secretary of State, Christopher Landor, then I spoke to my Russian counterpart, Sergei Lavrov, and this morning I spoke to Yuri Ushakov, the Russian President's senior advisor on foreign policy. This is what I can tell you today. We have been told President Putin will speak at 11 a.m. Hungarian time. I think it is now some time. We're sticking to that, so you'll be able to give us an update on the content of the phone call soon. Prime Minister. Yesterday, the Russian Foreign Minister informed me that they will have a telephone conversation today with the US Secretary of State, who has been appointed by President Donald Trump to lead the preparatory meeting on the US side. Of course, here in Hungary, in Budapest, we are ready to ensure that the conditions are right for the US and Russian presidents to hold talks here in a safe and calm environment. It is the safest country in Europe. It is one of the safest countries in the world, so if anywhere, it is where leaders can meet in safety. We are a sovereign country here. Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, will be received with respect, hosted and given the conditions to meet the US president. Fantastic. It says that the two presidents spoke yesterday, and that's why we're holding it. Fantastic. They write that they will meet in person to prevent further escalation. This is the only way to prevent the security situation here from deteriorating further and the war from spreading. The best tool to stop this, to prevent this, will be the US-Russia summit. We want an agreement to be reached as soon as possible that will bring peace, that will prevent hundreds of thousands more from dying, that will prevent millions more from having to leave their homes, and that will prevent this war from escalating and spreading. We provide all the conditions for this.